Thank you, Wendell. Viewers, good evening and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin in Venezuela. Venezuela has begun to import banknote paper and is mulling plans to print bills with larger denominations as hyperinflation causes shortages of cash, according to 6 people with knowledge of the matter. The country has brought in 71 tons of security paper this year from an Italian printer, majority owned by the private equity firm Bain Capital, according to some of the people and data reviewed by Bloomberg from Import Genius, which compiles customs records it obtains through private sources. The central bank is considering new bills starting with 100,000 bolivars, the people said. It will be the highest denomination yet, but still worth only $23. The need for larger bills in Venezuela is a direct result of an ever-weakening currency and inflation that ran at an estimated 2,400% in the past year, meaning that paying for a cart full of groceries now requires a bag of cash. The 100,000 bolivar bill would match the biggest bill ever printed in Venezuela. Venezuela's economy is in its 7th year of recession and forecast to shrink another 20% this year due to the coronavirus lockdown and the collapse of oil revenue. Previous attempts to bring stability to the currency by cutting off zeros and printing new bills have failed. Now for some PAHO news. The director of the Pan American Health Organization, Dr. Carissa Etienne, says that transmission of the COVID-19 in the Americas, including the Caribbean, remains very active, with some countries suffering recurrent spikes in cases and the virus spreading in new and different ways. Etienne noted that while Brazil and the U.S. remain significant drivers of new cases in the region, she's concerned by the spike in cases, including places that had effectively managed outbreaks like Cuba and Jamaica. She added that over the past 60 days, 11 countries and territories in the Caribbean have moved from moderate to intense transmission, which is a concerning development as countries reopen airspace. She said over 17 million cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the Americas, with more than 574,000 deaths, presenting half of all cases worldwide and more than half of all deaths. And finally, for some international news, if one measure of success is popularity on social media, the vice presidential debate was a no contest. Despite the candidates' best efforts, nothing, they said, resonated with people online, quite like the wanderings of one unsuspecting insect. For approximately 2 minutes, a fly landed on Vice President Mike Pence's head and became an instant internet celebrity. The fly has been tweeted and retweeted more than 700,000 times since it appeared during the debate. The Joe Biden campaign has taken the full advantage of this, registering the domain flywillvote.com. While a picture of the candidate holding a fly swatter has been liked more than 500,000 times at the time of writing. But it was not like all jokes, as conservative commentator Ben Shapiro suggested the fly was a way to distract from what happened during the debate. And that has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching, and back to you, Wendell.